Good evening, everybody. I just wanted to welcome you to Lessons on 48th Lane. I'm Miss Annette, and hopefully Pastor Jeff will be joining me soon. We're back at our house, and we've been talking about the season of Lent. All right, because that's the season we're in right now. And last week we talked all about, does anybody remember? If you remember, you can just type it in or answer in your classroom. We talked about Palm Sunday. And so we're going to continue on and talk about the different Bible stories of Holy Week. And so...
All right, I made it. I'm ready to go.
Why do you have a bucket here? I don't understand. And then you're dressed all... Where's your guitar?
Oh, well, I didn't know if we'd have time for guitar tonight because you told me what the theme was, and I'm ready to go.
Yeah, but I don't understand what that... I don't even know.
You said tonight it's all about cleaning, the cleaning of the temple, although I don't know what the temple you're talking about, but I'm ready to do some cleaning. I'm Mr. Clean... Mr. Clean Clothes on. Look at it, I even got clean green jeans.
Well, anyway.
All right, I got my bucket, I got my sponge. I am ready to do some cleaning.
Well, here's the deal. It's not the cleaning of the temple. It's called the cleansing of the temple.
Oh, well, good, because I really don't like to clean.
But I was going to tell you, after we're done with Lessons on 48th Lane, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be cleaned at our house.
Well, I think I'm going to be tired by then.
Yeah.
So we're not doing the cleaning of the temple.
No, it's the cleansing.
I don't even know if they know what that is.
I know, but we're going to talk more about it, but I think you need to grab your guitar.
All right. Well, I do have it around. Yeah.
So we can just start with our theme song, and hopefully everybody knows what the theme song is, and then we'll get started about talking about the cleansing of the temple.
All right, here we go. Ooh, it's Thursday night, or you choose when we're at our house. So come on in.
Come on in.
We'll play a game. We'll sing a song. We'll tell a story about God's amazing grace. 'Cause it's 48 lanes going, listen. At 48 lane, hi Bella, it's listen. At 48 lane, it's cleansing of the temple.
You forgot to say about how we're so cool. Like you did with the rest of the classes.
I'm not feeling cool. I'm feeling clean. I got my white shirt on, my white pants on. I got my white shoes. I got my white socks on.
All right. Well, we're going to start telling about the cleansing of the temple. But before we start doing that, we thought it might be kind of fun to do what I call a Mad Lib. Now, what we're going to do is we're also going to put a copy of the Mad Lib in the teachers' boxes so the students can do this tomorrow or whenever else they watch it. Right?
Yeah, whether it's tomorrow or next week. You know, we never know when the teachers watch it. We know they watch it at some point because they jump in, and we'll talk about that later. So a Mad Lib, why don't you explain what a Mad Lib is?
Well, a Mad Lib is when you fill in words and you really don't know what the story is. So I give you a type of word, like I'm going to ask for a name, a thing, a place, and you give me all these ideas. Earlier today, what you did was you posted on Facebook.
Yeah, I put it on my Facebook page, and I asked people to fill in. And I had several people put answers to the following questions. You know, give me a name, give me a thing, give me a place, a man's name, a number, an animal, plural, by the way, a name of a store, an amount of money, you know. And so what we did was all those, now I do realize somebody just sent something in, so we're not going to get to that one. But what we did is we took all the items from people and we kind of went through them and we said, I didn't know the story. So I said, well, let me think. Which one should we use? So we kind of used something from everybody that turned in something. So you guys are a part of it, and I don't even remember who all they were. I know Norma did. I know I can't say. I don't even know who all did, but they all put in their items. Okay, so now we're gonna. Mrs. Shanks, what she's gonna do is she filled in. I filled in those things, and she's gonna read the story, and it makes for some
again,
fun times.
Nobody knew what the story was going to be about.
Right, so they had no way of knowing.
Random thoughts. So here's our story. So it's going to be kind of silly, so just listen very carefully. One day, Rodney
was the name given.
Yes, Rodney was the name given.
Right, sorry.
Was going to the temple to make a sacrifice, which is something you give to God. It can be because you want to worship God, or it can be because you have done something wrong. And for Rodney, that's the name, it was because he did something wrong.
What did he do?
He stole, this was the thing, he stole a pipe organ.
Whoa!
That's pretty big.
That's a pretty big thing to steal a whole pipe organ.
Yes, from the place which was Disney World.
He stole a pipe organ from Disney World.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. When Rodney got to the temple, the priest, that was just a man's name, random picked, the priest, Alexander, went out to meet him. When he heard about the stolen pipe organ, he told Rodney that he would need to bring, and just a number, that's what we asked for, he would need to bring 444, and then the name of an animal, plural, 444 geese.
That's a lot of geese.
That was. That's why Rodney.
That is a lot of geese.
That's why Rodney was in shock.
Oh, I'm sure he was.
Shock. Because 444 geese, wow. So Rodney went out to the open temple grounds to visit people were supposed to come up with a store, to visit the Dollar General.
Of course.
It was right there.
Where else you going to go to get 444 geese but Dollar General? Yep.
It was right there in the temple. This was going to make it easy to find those 444 geese. But it turned out to be expensive. Rodney was in shock. It was going to cost, then somebody gave me amount of money, cost $13 million. That is so much money.
You know what he should have done?
What?
Should have went to the dollar store instead of Dollar General.
Okay.
That'd only been $444.
There you go. $13 million, twice as much money as it should be. What was Rodney going to do?
I think this was the golden goose, man.
I know, yeah.
All right, how'd you like that? That's a Mad Lib. That's a Mad Lib.
It's a silly story just to kind of introduce us to the theme for today.
All right, so the theme for today is the cleansing, not the cleaning of the temple. What was I thinking?
I don't know.
Oh, that hurt.
You got confused because I think you were excited about putting on this white
I know, because I never get to wear my white hat, my white pants, and my white shirt, and my Mr. Clean stuff.
So as soon as you heard it, you wanted to.
I wanted to. I guess I wasn't listening.
No.
So we're going to do the cleansing of the temple. Now, there's something that I want you to repeat. Mrs. Shanks is going to lead you in the repeat. So it's going to come up. And you know, so we're going to try it out right away.
I think we should practice.
I think we should practice.
Yes.
So I'm going to say it, and then she's going to lead you in repeating it, okay?
All right.
So it goes like this. Clutter, clutter is their groove.
Clutter, clutter is their groove.
So much stuff that they can't move.
So much stuff that they can't move.
I like your groove.
I like dancing.
I think clutter, clutter. Let's slide to the right when we do it, right? So here we go. Clutter, clutter is our groove.
Clutter, clutter is their groove.
So much stuff that they can't move.
So much stuff.
And then we'll go back to the left.
Got it.
So much stuff that they can't move. Ooh, I like the slide.
I'm really hoping they're doing it in their homes right now.
I'm hoping they are. I bet Michelle is. I bet Bella is.
And in their classrooms.
And I bet they're going to do it in their classrooms.
I hope so.
So it's slide.
To the right.
And then slide to the left. All right, here we go.
I'm ready.
And this is the story of the cleansing of the temple.
Which is found in the Bible, of course.
Found right in the Bible in Matthew chapter 26. All right. And so, No, not 26. 21. Sorry. Chapter 21. That messed with my mind there. 21.
Yes, it did.
All right. So on Matthew chapter 21. Now you see, this story took place the very next day after what we talked about last week, which was
I know.
Palm Sunday. So this would have been on Monday of Holy Week, actually. Monday. All right. So yesterday was Palm Sunday. So on Monday, Jesus went back to Jerusalem because he wanted to go to the temple and to be in the temple and to meet people and teach and to heal people. He wanted to go. But there was a problem. There was a problem.
What was the problem?
Well, this is Passover week.
Okay.
And so during Passover week, here's the way the temple was set up. There was part of the temple where only the priests could go. Okay? There was another part of the temple where only the Jewish men could go. Then there's another part of the temple where only the Jewish women could go.
Okay.
And then there's this outside part where even if you weren't Jewish, you could go, and that's where people like Jesus would teach, and he would meet with them. But when Jesus arrived to go to the temple, you know what?
What happened?
Get ready.
Oh.
Clutter. I said screwed it up.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
I am.
Clutter is there groove.
Clutter is there groove.
So much stuff that they can't move.
So much stuff that they can't move.
All right, there we go.
All right.
Do you want to know what the stuff was?
Yeah, I do.
All right. So what happened is during the festival, that was like a big, think of it for like Easter or Christmas or something like a huge religious holiday, a celebration in churches. But they would bring in some things. And people would come from not just like in Jerusalem or like the next town, they would come from even other countries. And if you've ever been to another country, you realize that in other countries, they have different kinds of money than what we would have. Instead of quarters and dollars like we're used to, there's coins and there's dollars of a different kind. But in order to give money to God at the temple, you needed to use the currency, the money kind that was there at the temple. And so there were all these tables all over the place where people from other countries could come and they could take their money from their country and exchange it for money from the Jewish country. Oh. And you know what the problem was?
I have a question though.
Oh, what?
You're probably getting to it, but I bet that the people out there why do they need money?
Because they wanted to make offerings and give offerings to God at the temple for the celebration.
Okay.
So they had a problem, right? Clutter is there groove.
Clutter is there groove.
So much stuff that they can't move.
So much stuff that they can't move.
Nice slide. Nice slide. That wasn't the only thing. During the worship and the Passover, people were going to offer up animals.
Okay.
Like they were giving animals to God. And when they did that, you know, like if you're going from a way far away country, you can't just bring an animal with you because that's going to really be hard on the animal and everything else. And so they would want to buy animals right there. And so not only was there tables with all the money changers, but there were tables where you could buy animals to give to God as offerings. And so, you know what? Between all the tables and the money tables and all the tables of people selling and all the cages and the animals and everything else, guess what? Clutter is there groove.
Clutter is there groove.
So much stuff that they can't move.
So much stuff that they can't move.
Oh, it was just so crowded. And it meant that people couldn't even come to hear about God. They couldn't come to find out who was this God that they were worshiping, and who is this God, and what did he say, and what is this Bible, this Old Testament Bible that they're talking about? What is all that about?
They totally forgot what the temple was for.
They totally forgot.
Wow.
And they could have put up in other places all those tables, but they put it right there where if you weren't a Jewish person, you couldn't even get there.
Wow.
And so Jesus is not happy.
I don't blame him.
Not happy, okay? You know why? Because clutter is their groove.
Clutter is their groove.
So much stuff that they can't move.
So much stuff that they can't move.
And Jesus did something very un-Jesus-like. I mean, not the way we usually think of Jesus being. He was so upset that they were keeping people from coming to know God. That, you know what I did?
What?
Now, you can't do this at your school or don't do that at our church. But he said, I got to clear out this clutter. So he started turning tables over. And as the tables were turning over, they were turning down with a crash. And the money on the tables were falling on the pavement. And they were hearing all this sound and plinking down. And animals were getting loose and running all over. And birds were flying. I don't know what kind of loud sound doves make. Woo, woo.
Yeah,
I don't know. But they were flying everywhere. And meanwhile, Jesus was saying what? Clutter is their groove.
Clutter is their groove.
So much stuff that they can't move.
So much stuff that they can't move.
All right. And in doing all of that, suddenly, all of them left. And it says right after that, Jesus began to teach people and he began to heal people. And they all came to see him. And that, my friends, is the cleansing of the temple. There you go.
Oh, that was so great.
Well, it's not a drama, but cut anyway. That was the story.
Yeah, that was so cool. All right, so we're going to make a snack tonight again.
All right.
You know,
Remember what we made last week? Did any of you make that? We never saw any pictures. I hope you did. I hope some of you made, or maybe you're actually saving it for Palm Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
But we made Palm Sundays, remember that? And they looked so good.
It was delicious.
Very delicious.
Very
you know
good.
what we're doing now?
We're going to make s'mores.
Why are we doing s'mores?
Well, I'm going to tell you in just a minute.
All right,
We
so
have
you want
some
me to
fun
bring some
things.
stuff?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
All right.
You gave away all our candy bars, so
I
you
did.
had to improvise.
Yeah. We blessed a lot of people with those candy bars.
We did. Man, we gave a lot of candy bars out.
Yeah. Just talking about Jesus' love for us.
I think some of their teachers may have got candy
They're
bars.
so cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the reason why we're making s'mores is kind of a fun little thing. You know, when you make s'mores, we don't have our fire thing in yet, do we?
We do not have our fire thing.
No. So we have to do it in the microwave, but that's okay. So we're going to take graham crackers. So graham crackers right here.
Said graham cracker.
Yes. We can't make a campfire? No, we better not. And instead of using candy bars, I'm improvising. I'm using dark chocolate chips.
Yeah, you got a lot of chocolate chips
I
there.
do because I like a lot of chocolate.
All right, so there's you got. So you can think about the floor, and you can think about all the goodies that were in there. And here's the thing. So these are like little chocolate coins, right?
Yeah.
They're like chocolate coins, all right? And then here's what we got. Instead of regular marshmallows, what did you get?
I got some blue peeps. And they're
the birds one.
They're the birds.
I don't know.
Because the reason why we got the birds, they remind us a little bit of the doves.
The doves that Jesus set loose. And he set loose. Okay, is one good enough, or should we put two on there?
I think we should just do one.
One.
But I don't know. If you want to put two on there,
I don't know. I'm sure. This is an experiment. Now, normally we try these things before this.
We did not.
But you know what? Half the fun of Lessons from 48th Lane is just trying it out on the spot and seeing if it works.
Yes, when you're right here. So I'm going to go put this in the microwave. And I'm just turning around right here. And my chocolate coins are falling
Okay, for you adult types who are really smart, what saying am I now demonstrating? I don't know what the saying is, actually.
What are you doing?
Isn't there a saying about two birds?
Something
about the bush, two birds?
I don't know.
I
don't
know.
really know. I
All
don't
right.
know really what he's talking about. But anyway, I'm heating up my
All
s'more.
right.
Yeah, let's see what we have right here.
We're not handing these out tomorrow or anything,
Oh
so.
my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my
What's
goodness.
happening?
It looks so cool.
Oh man.
This is crazy.
Poor little Tweety bird. Oh, go! You got to get up close. You got to get up close.
I was picking it up.
Oh my goodness, that worked great. Look at that.
Look at my blue s'more.
Oh, that looks awesome.
It looks really good. I guess I should take a bite of this.
I think you should take a bite.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna move my hair out of my face. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, over my face. It's so good. I gotta wash my hands.
So again, this is to remind you, the chocolate is that which is really, the graham cracker can be like the table, and the chocolate can be like, all the coins and the money, and then your bird, you get a peep, and quite frankly, that's the only way I ever like to eat
melted like that.
And it's pretty tasty. So we want to see when you make those and you make pictures. We would love to see a picture of that. That would be awesome.
Yes, of your s'more that you made.
All right. So, see, here's the thing. We got something else for you to do this week in your class or at home, wherever you are.
I think it'll be a good thing for you guys to do as a family, too.
You know
it's
why?
It's a great idea.
You know what? I messed up the story because the last line was supposed to be Jesus saying, my house is to be a house of prayer. My house. Say that after me. My house is to be a house of prayer.
A house of prayer.
Yeah. And so what we're going to do in the activity, what are you doing eating all those? Okay.
I'm eating the coins. They're delicious. Okay. What we're going to do is you can do this at your home this way, and I'm going to tell the school kids how they can do it in just a minute. But what you can do is you can draw like a simple floor plan of your house. All right. So you're going to put in all the rooms of your house. For example, at our place, we would draw, it's just very simple, just kind of like this. All right, very simple. If you have an upstairs too, you can draw that in, whatever you want. Label all the places. So you might have a kitchen, which we have, a dining room, a living room. We have an office.
And an office.
A couple bedrooms over here, and my office, and a playroom. And then our bedroom, and bathrooms, and then our laundry room.
Well, you're really getting technical.
A lot of stuff. All right, so we're going to...
Let's skip the laundry room.
Okay, we'll skip all that. All right, whatever.
But the thing is, what are you going to do with that?
So what we're going to do is after you write down all the places in your house, then what you're going to do is, as a family, you're going to decide on a word that you would like to write in each room that kind of describes what you do in that room.
Okay.
All right? So, for example, if you were in the kitchen, it might be being thankful, the word thanks, for the food that you can prepare.
But it wouldn't have to be thanks. It could be something else.
It doesn't have to be. It's whatever you decide as a family. Or in your living room, a great word might be something like this. Maybe peace.
Peace. Or family.
Yeah.
Or love.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the place where, you really experience a lot of love together.
Or maybe it could be unity. Maybe you like to spend time together.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of different, there's no right or wrong word.
And then in your bedrooms, it could be, I love this, the whole idea of rest.
Yeah, rest or peace.
Uh-huh.
Or reflection or,
And then what you're going to do in each of these rooms, or however you want to do it, after you write down the things, you want to go into each of those rooms, and then you want to pray in that room and think about that word that you're talking about. So, for example, if I said living room and I said peace, we would start in the living room and we'd say, "Dear God, please just bring peace into our lives, into the world, into our." Yeah. And it's just a very simple activity that you can do. That's kind of cool. And, because Lent is all about prayer.
Yeah, just reflecting, slowing down, and taking time to pray. I will tell you that Mrs. Shanks and I, when we had this house built, I was almost going to say when we built this house, trust me, we would never live in anything I would try to build, okay? But the very skilled people who built them, before they put the walls together and all that, there was a lot of just boards and things. And so we went through all the house before they put the drywall on there and everything. And we wrote Bible verses on all the rooms. For example, in the kitchen, I do remember one, we said Psalm 34, I think it's verse 8, taste and see that the Lord is good. That's one of the things we tasted, one of the verses. And I think in our bedroom, it was another psalm that says, I lie down in peace and greet the morning, something along that line. Yeah. Now, we're not going to tear off our walls to be able to get to those, but it's always nice to know we put God's blessing in his verses. And this way is one way you can bless your home.
Now, for the school kids in the classrooms, I thought it would be really cool, or Pastor Jeff and I thought this would be really cool, is that you could go around and you could do like a layout of the whole school. So you might put in your classroom, and what is the word that you would want to say that describes your classroom that you would want to pray about? Or it could be, another place could be the music room, another place could be the art room, the Spanish room,
the library,
the church, even
the sanctuary,
the
gym, the playground. You could do all that and pray over those things.
And as a class, maybe you could go to a couple of those places each week and pray.
Yeah, over the next couple of weeks, pray over one of those places every week.
We just thought it was a really coal idea.
Awesome.
Talking about being in the house.
Because we want you to be active. And speaking of that, all right, last week we gave something out to all the classes. And we asked them to take the design, and it showed a t-shirt, and we said, can you design a Palm Sunday t-shirt? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to decorate our church with those pictures when it comes to Palm Sunday. But we also said we would pick out. So we got some people to judge what was their favorite ones. From each class. Now, I will tell you that everybody from every class, 1st through 5th, all did it. So they're going to get a little something next week early.
Monday.
On Monday, because we're not going to be there tomorrow. So on Monday, we'll bring something in. But we did want to announce those, and you're going to be the first to know who was every class's voted the favorite Palm Sunday t-shirt.
Yeah, and I want to just say, it was really hard to judge.
It was very hard.
Pastor Jeff and I were glad there were other people, and it wasn't
we were
just
glad that we weren't having to make all these decisions.
Okay, so our first one was like this, and this was from 1st grade, and this is by Hudson.
Yeah.
Okay.
2nd grade. I love this. It's so colorful. This is from Brielle. Look at how colorful that is. And it says, Jesus is coming. In 3rd grade,
we have Kinley and See the Donkey.
I love the donkey.
Super cute, right?
Yeah.
All right. And 4th grade?
4th grade comes from Taylor. Just look at that artwork of the palm trees and the sun and the path that Jesus came down. 4th grade had a lot of really good ones, I tell you. And then 5th grade. We've got a winner with no name on it.
Well, we'll have to figure out who the
All right, we're going to have to figure out whose this is because it doesn't have a name on it. But it's an awesome one that says Hosanna, and it's almost like the cross is just leaping out. All right, so congratulations to those who won it in each class, but everybody's going to get a treat.
That's right.
Everybody's going to get a treat.
And remember, our series is called, it's all about letters, letters from Jerusalem. And so one of the letters that you can write this week is you can think about somebody that needs cheering up.
Yeah, maybe they're sick.
Yeah.
Letter to a sick friend or somebody that just needs cheering up.
Yeah, and so I know myself, not saying anything, I like getting mail. And I'm sure other people do too.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great way to think about others during this time.
Exactly.
And letting them know that you're praying for them.
All right.
And so just a lot of fun things to do this week. And I think that idea about the layout of the house is such a great idea. In fact, you and I should do that as well.
All right. Felix the cat feels like singing. All right, so let's do this old song, right? It's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Not my brother, not my sister, but it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Not my brother, not my sister, but it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Here we go, everybody. It's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Not the preacher, not the teacher, but it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Why, maybe the teacher needs prayer too.
Oh, yeah.
Preachers need prayer.
They
Brothers
do.
and sisters. I'm not sure I'm about this song, but not the preacher, not the teacher, but it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Not just Rodney, not just Alexander, but it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Not just Rodney, not just Alexander, it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Standing in the need of prayer, begging now. Oh, standing in the need of prayer.
Oh, what a great song. That goes right along with our theme. All right, well, let's go ahead and we'll be back here next week, 6:30, same time, same place, right?
Absolutely.
For our next story in Holy Week, so that'll be exciting.
All right, so we'll see you next.
Don't forget to take pictures of your floor plan.
Oh, we'd love to see those.
I would.
Send them to us. We always love it. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.
All righty, good night,
on
everybody. Lessons from 48th